Hello, my friend. Today, I want to tell you a story. This story is not just about history. It is about something powerful, something amazing. It is about a building that has stood for thousands of years. It is about the Great Pyramid of Giza. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine that you are standing in a hot, dry desert. The sand is golden. The sun is shining. The wind is blowing on your face. You look around and everything is empty. Then, suddenly you see something huge in front of you. It is tall, it is strong, it is beautiful. It is the Great Pyramid. This pyramid is one of the oldest and most mysterious buildings in the world. It was built more than 4,500 years ago. That is a very long time. It is older than the Roman Empire. It is older than most countries today. But the most amazing thing is this: the pyramid is still standing. It has survived wars, storms, earthquakes, and time. The Great Pyramid was built during the time of a king named Khufu. He was a pharaoh in ancient Egypt. People believed he was not just a king, they believed he was a god. Khufu wanted to build something special. He wanted to build something that would last forever. He wanted to build the biggest, the strongest, and the most perfect building in the world. So, he ordered the construction of the Great Pyramid. But building it was not easy. There were no machines. There were no trucks. There were no cranes. The workers used only simple tools. They used wood, ropes, and their hands. Now listen to this. The pyramid was made of 2.3 million stones. Each stone weighed between 2.5 to 15 tons. That is as heavy as 2 elephants. The whole pyramid weighs about 6.5 million tons, and it is 146 meters tall. That is like a 50-story building. Isn't that amazing? Even more surprising, the pyramid was finished in only 20 years. That is a short time for such a big project. If we do some simple math, we see that workers had to place one stone every 2 or 3 minutes, day and night. No break, no rest, for 20 years. But the biggest mystery is not just how they move the stones. It is how they place them so perfectly. Each stone fits exactly with the others. Even a piece of paper cannot fit between them. Today, we have powerful tools and computers. But we still find it hard to build with such perfection. Many scientists and engineers have tried to understand how the pyramid was built. Some think that the workers built big ramps to pull the stones up. Others believe that the stones were moved on wooden sleds, but we do not know the real answer. There are many ideas, but no one knows for sure. That is why the Great Pyramid is a mystery. It is not just a building, it is a question from the past. A question that says, can you believe what humans can do? It shows us that people, even thousands of years ago, had big dreams. They had strong hearts. They had great minds. This story is also your story. You are learning English. Sometimes it feels hard. Sometimes it feels impossible. But remember the workers who built the pyramid, stone by stone, day by day. They never gave up. And in the end, they created something that still stands today. So, my friend, let the pyramid inspire you. Let it remind you that big things take time. Great things need patience, and strong dreams need strong effort. This is only the beginning. In the next part of the story, we will go inside the pyramid. And what we find there may surprise you even more. Stay with me. Our journey has just begun. Let us now go inside the Great Pyramid. From the outside, it looks like a solid triangle of stone. It is tall, strong, and silent. But inside there are hidden rooms, dark passages, and deep mysteries. What you are about to hear will surprise you. There are 3 main rooms inside the pyramid. The first is called the King's Chamber. This room is made of red granite. The stone is very hard and strong. In the middle of the chamber, there is a big stone box. This is called a sarcophagus. People believe this is where Pharaoh Khufu was supposed to be buried. But when the room was opened for the first time in modern times, the box was empty. There was no mummy, no treasure, no gold, Nothing. The box is also too big to fit through the small hallway that leads to the chamber. This means the box had to be placed in the room before the pyramid was finished. That is strange. Why would they build the pyramid around the box? And if it was for Khufu, where is his body? The second room is called the Queen's Chamber. But no queen was buried there. This room has two small shafts or tunnels that go up toward the outside of the pyramid. They are too small for a person to crawl through. For many years, no one knew what these shafts were for. They do not lead to other rooms. They just stop. It is a mystery. The third room is deep underground. It is called the subterranean chamber. This room is not finished. It looks rough and empty. Some people think it was left incomplete. Others believe it has a secret purpose that we do not yet understand. Now let's talk about a discovery that happened in 2017. Scientists used facial scanning tools to look inside the pyramid without opening it. What they found was a large empty space above the Grand Gallery. This hidden room is bigger than the king's chamber. No one has ever entered it. No one knows what is inside. The Egyptian government has not allowed people to explore it. Why? What are they hiding? Because people cannot go into the small tunnels. Scientists built a small robot named DJ. This robot was made to explore the narrow shafts in the pyramid. One day, the robot went into a shaft from the Queen's chamber. At the end of the shaft, it found a tiny stone door. The door had two copper handles. This was very strange. Why would a hidden door deep inside a pyramid have handles? The robot drilled a small hole in the door and sent a tiny camera inside. Behind the door, it found a small empty space. But on the wall, there were red symbols. These symbols were very old. No one had ever seen them before. Some people believe they are codes. Others think they are messages from the past. Later, another robot was sent into a different tunnel. It found another secret door. Behind that door may be another hidden room. What could be inside these secret spaces? We still do not know. There is something else that surprised scientists. In 2018, researchers discovered that the Great Pyramid can collect energy. They found that the pyramid focuses electromagnetic energy into certain areas, especially the king's chamber. Some people think this means the pyramid was more than a tomb. Maybe it was a kind of energy machine. Maybe it was used for a special purpose we do not yet understand. For a special purpose we do not yet understand. Have you ever heard of something called the Dendra light? In a different Egyptian temple, there is a picture on the wall. The picture looks like a big light bulb. Inside the bulb is a long snake-like shape. There is a line that looks like a wire. Some people believe this shows that the ancient Egyptians had electricity. It is hard to believe, but inside the Great Pyramid, there's no black soot on the walls. This means they probably did not use torches to light the way. How did they see in the dark? Maybe they used another kind of light. Imagine now that you are an explorer. You are walking inside the pyramid. You feel the cool air. You hear only your footsteps. You are holding a small light. Every shadow looks mysterious. Every corner may hide a secret. You are not just learning English. You are on a journey. You are becoming part of the greatest mystery in human history. And this mystery is far from over. In the next part of our story, we will look beyond the pyramid. We will look to the stars and to the sky above. Some people believe the answers are not just in the stone, but far, far beyond. Now, let us look up. Let us look at the sky above the pyramid. In the dark night, we can see many stars. Some of them form a group called Orion's Belt. It has 3 bright stars in a row. Long ago, the people of ancient Egypt also looked at these stars. They believed that their god Osiris came from Orion. They thought that after death, the soul of a pharaoh would go to Orion to live forever among the stars. When we look at the 3 pyramids in Giza from above, we see something very special. The pyramids are placed in the same pattern as the 3 stars in Orion's belt. The shapes match perfectly. The lines, the spaces, and the direction all are the same. This cannot be just a mistake or luck. It must have a meaning. Why did the Egyptians build their pyramids like this? Were they trying to send a message? Were they trying to connect with something far away in space? Some people believe the pyramids were built to guide the soul to the stars. Others believe they were signals, maybe even messages to beings far away. In ancient stories from Egypt, there is something more. They speak of powerful beings called the Neteru. These beings were not normal humans. They were described as tall and wise with great knowledge. They came from the sky. They taught people how to farm, how to build, and how to read the stars. Some people believe the Neteru were not gods or myths. They think the Neteru may have been visitors from another world. In some old temples in Egypt, we see strange drawings. These pictures show tall people with big eyes and long heads. Some wear clothes that look like spacesuits. One famous drawing even shows something that looks like a helicopter. Another shows what looks like a spaceship. Could the ancient people have seen something they did not understand? Could they have drawn what they saw? Many people say no. They say these are just symbols or art, but others are not so sure. They think maybe the ancient Egyptians had help from beings who knew much more than humans at that time. Now, let us look at something even more strange. All over the world, in different places, people built pyramids. In Mexico, in China, and in Bosnia, we find large pyramids that are very old. These people lived far apart. They did not know each other. Yet they built similar shapes. They used similar math. They also pointed their pyramids to the stars. How is this possible? Why did so many different people do the same thing? Did they all learn from the same teacher? Was someone helping them from above? No one knows for sure. But we do know this. The Great Pyramid is more than just a tomb. It is more than just a building. It is a message. A message from the past to us today. It says, look up, ask questions, keep learning. You are learning English now. Maybe it is hard sometimes. Maybe it feels slow. But remember this. The people who built the pyramids had big dreams. They worked step by step. They did not stop. And they reached something great. You can too. The pyramid teaches us that humans are strong. We can build. We can discover. We can dream. And sometimes we can even reach the stars. Maybe one day we will know all the secrets of the Great Pyramid, or maybe we never will. But that is okay. Because the mystery is also the magic. The questions make us think. They make us curious. They help us grow. So, keep asking. Keep learning. Keep going forward. The real power is not in the stones. It is in your mind. It is in your heart. You have the power to understand. You have the power to imagine. And maybe, just maybe, you have the power to touch the stars. Thank you, my friend, for staying with us until the end of this journey. You have walked through the sands of time. You have stood in front of the Great Pyramid. You have stepped inside and felt its mystery. And finally, you looked up to the stars to wonder what secrets might be waiting for us to discover. We began with a simple question. How did ancient people build something so big, so perfect, so powerful? We learned about Pharaoh Khufu, the workers who never gave up, and the 2.3 million stones that became one of the greatest wonders in human history. Then, we went inside the pyramid. We saw the empty tomb, the hidden doors, the strange tunnels, and the mysterious symbols. We learned about the robots that tried to solve the puzzle and the scientists who found energy deep inside the stone. At last, we looked to the sky. We saw how the pyramid connects with Orion's belt. We heard stories about the Neteru powerful beings who may have helped humanity. We discovered that pyramids all around the world share the same shapes and secrets. Now, here is the most important lesson of all. The Great Pyramid is not just about the past, it is about the future. It teaches us to dream big. It teaches us to work hard. It reminds us that even with simple tools and human hands, we can build something that lasts forever. You, too, are building something. Every day you learn English, you place one small stone. It may feel slow. It may feel hard. But step by step, word by word, you are building your future. You are becoming stronger, smarter, and more confident. So be proud of yourself. You did not just listen to a story. You practiced your listening, your reading, and your thinking. You are one step closer to speaking English well. Keep going. Please subscribe to this channel if you enjoyed the story. Your support helps us grow and make more content like this. And if you feel kind, you can also donate to help us continue. We are doing this for free, from the heart, to help you learn English with joy and meaning. Thank you again and never stop learning.